One shopper. One shopper has the power to make or break the experience for an Instacart customer. One bad experience can make us lose a customer forever. In fact, over 50% of Instacart users fall below making only 11 orders in total. Our team built and used a web scraper and scraped and classified over 5,900 reviews based on the type of complaints that they were. We found that out of the 5,930 reviews, 3,782 of these reviews had some sort of shopper related issue. This means that approximately 64% of customers have had bad experiences that could have been mitigated if they were able to have a shopper of their preference. It's crazy how every single time a customer uses a platform, they aren't sure of what type of service they're going to get because they aren't sure of what type of shopper they're going to get. Now, according to Jake Shipman, the strategic partner associate at Instacart, Instacart's future vision relies on its shoppers being able to elevate to the level of a personal shopper. And what matters most is that Instacart works towards making sure that our customers have the best experience possible. And personalized shopper is a vision for the future, and the future can be right now. Introducing White Glove Shoppers, an elevated shopper experience that allows customers to develop personalized relationships with the shoppers that they choose. So, how exactly would this work? So there's two ways for a customer to actually save the shopper. The first way is that if I, as a customer, have a good experience with a shopper, I would receive a notification, and the notification would basically just ask me if I want to save the shopper, and if I do agree, the shopper would then be added to my save shopper list. The second way is if I have a friend within like a 10-kilometer radius and they have a good experience, they would be able to share their shopper with me and I would be able to save that shopper. And of course, I'd want to save that shopper because they are a trusted source. Now, let's look at this feature from two different perspectives, the shopper perspective and the customer perspective. So as a shopper, my status would be set as online or offline. And when I'm online, that would be just when I'm accepting batches. And it would be offline when there's been approximately 10 minutes of inactivity on the app. Now, when I'm accepting those batches, my saved customers would show up at the top of my batch list with a little star beside their name in order to indicate that these are one of the customers that has saved me as a shopper. Now, when we look at the customer perspective of things, as when I put in an order at the checkout stage, I would be able to select which online shoppers I want to push my batch to first. And I would be able to see the status, so online or offline, and be able to make my decision according to that. And I would also be required to input a waiting time limit. So once that waiting time limit has passed, my batch would then be available to all the other shoppers just to ensure that it actually gets fulfilled. Now, with this experience, we have the possibility to completely revolutionize and elevate the customer experience. The shopper would have a better understanding of the customer and have the ability to know what the priorities are for that customer. So therefore, they'd be able to make more personalized substitutions. All in all, this results in customers having fewer bad experience with shoppers and therefore greater incentivizing customers to stay with Instacart. Now, imagine this. A customer places an order that has Crest toothpaste, let's say, with it. In store, the shopper sees that even though Crest toothpaste is available, the Sensodyne, so the better toothpaste, is on sale. So the shopper requests to make that substitution because they know that quality is the most important thing for their customer. When the substitution is approved, everyone is satisfied. Instacart was able to upsell their customer to a better and more profitable product, and the customer is delighted because the shopper had the wherewithal to get something even better than their initial order. Now, when it comes to actually implementing this new system, there are a couple of steps that we would need to follow in order to roll it out successfully. Now, according to Jake Shipman, during the development phase, it would take approximately 2 to 3 months and require a team of 10 engineers, 4 product managers, and 10 logistic operation workers. Once development is complete, we would move on to beta testing, where we would roll out the features in one city, such as Toronto and the GTA, and here we would be able to actually study the trends and verify that the program is having its intended results. We would then be able to receive continuous feedback and iterate on the feature through like surveys that we receive from customers. Now, during the revamping stage, we would be able to study the feedback that we receive and implement whatever feedback that we see fit. The last stage would be rollout. So that's when everyone would be able to get access to the feature. In late 2021 and early 2022, we would go mass expansion through different marketing tactics. such as email, social media, posts like on Instagram and Twitter, resources in the shopper apps, and pop-ups on both the customer and the shopper app. On screen right now, we have a pop-up, which is a mock-up example of a possible way that the feature could be communicated to customers. Keep in mind, during this stage, there would always be continuous feedback and iteration so that we can ensure that our customer has the best possible feature possible. Now, moving on to the finances. For the interest of time, I'll walk you through the basic steps, and then we would be more than happy to give a much more detailed walkthrough in the Q&A if you wish. The basic timeline was to calculate the number of customers who leave due to shopper-related issues. Therefore, we'd be able to calculate all the missed profit, which our solution would be able to capitalize by retaining an estimate of 50% of those customers. The calculations are done on a monthly basis since Instacart's net customers and other figures change every single month. In total, over the next 12 months, our solution would make over $86.6 million in gross profit. Keep in mind, that's gross profit, so without the operating expenses. With White Glove Shoppers, it's a win for customers being able to shop with those that they trust, a win for shoppers being able to consistently work for great customers, and a win for Instacart, increasing the customer satisfaction. White Glove Shoppers is a win-win-win situation. Thank you. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.